Good morning. Mark Donegan, civilian practitioner and educator, September 2nd, 2021. Just doing a little check in. I've been sick all week. I'm actually going and getting a COVID test this morning. And a little late, right? Since I've been sick all week. And I got a little snuffy, but I'm coming out. I think it's a summer cold. And that's sort of why I'm checking in as far as the civilian practitioner educator thing. I want to talk a little about how I ended up in this place because I haven't done any videos for a while. And man, I'm looking at my body, and I don't know if you can see this more. My collarbone's gone, but I've been noticing lately that this little where the bone's gone, and when I relaxed, the shoulder's coming more and more forward. You see that? It should be relaxed and back, and it's something I see with my eyes. There's not much. I mean, yeah, there's a lot I can do about it, but it's a lot of different workout, stretching stuff on a daily basis over time. But apparently I'm losing ground because my shoulders are rolling forward, and it's just not a good thing. I've been, trying to combat that for years, since I got in this work. But now with these injuries, it's making it more pronounced. So, anyways, that was my normal self-healing battle that I was into a couple of weeks ago before I sort of dropped my own personal battles and focused on trying to work at the market, which is what ended me up sick, which is what I'm going to talk about. There's some people that continually try to push others to do more and push harder. And I've continually said that is a bad thing. And I'm here to say the reason I'm sick is because of that. I allowed myself to hurt myself because of that bad programming put in by those very people. It's almost killed me many times in my past, and heck, it may kill me this time, whether it's Rona or whatever. I'm sick. And when I get sick in the last few years, it's always a fatal type of situation before the virus because of my injuries and things that they don't even know about. And actually, as of this week, they're going back to the pre-leukemia thing with me. I'm not buying it because I've heard all this stuff before. Again, doctors. So yeah, I went into market. I sort of dropped the ball on my personal care and just started pushing because I had this goal I wanted to do, working in market. And again, I took it too far, and I'm paying now, sick from it, could die. Hell, for all I know, for all anyone knows. Nobody knows how to deal with this stuff better than I do, not even the doctors. But I sort of knew before market day that I was making myself ill. It was market day itself was 100 and some, it was over 105 degrees. And then the week leading up to it wasn't much better. And the days in particular leading up to it weren't much better. And I did like really stupid. I usually will take a day off before I do a major event, and I didn't. I had things that I felt I had to get done. And so, yeah, I just drove until I dropped myself. And so, yeah, Sunday morning I woke up and I was almost in a physical breakdown state where I couldn't physically get up out of bed. I mean, I did eventually, but that's when I knew, boy. And then my sinuses and my spinal pressure to my right side clogged my sinuses up, and that's been my symptoms since. I haven't had any. My lungs are clear, as you can hear. I have no fever, none of that stuff. So the COVID test is just a thing I'm doing to be responsible for society because I don't really want to go out around people until I clear that issue off the board. Again, being a health practitioner, that's my responsibility not to do that. So I'm taking care of that today. But it's not going to get me out of what I got. And I'm almost on the other side now. It's been about 3 days I've had congestion. I did treat for a viral infection, though I'm stopped now because it's not what it is. And if it is, I just go back to that, and it'll work just fine. But I feel pretty clear today, other than a tiny bit of sinus congestion. And I've done a lot of things differently this week as I accepted this illness that I put myself into. I took the whole week off. I haven't walked hardly at all. I slept almost every day for hours. Finally, last night, I woke up at like 1 o'clock and started waking up on and off after 1 o'clock going, okay, you finally have got enough rest. So today, if I take a nap, it'll be a short one, but probably not. Just going to weasel my way back into uh, moving and being healthy again. Because that's how it goes every time I knock myself down. Sort of have to start back up easy. If I try too hard, I'll just knock myself right back down. Um, and I want to learn the lesson, and I want to restart easier. And also, the last part about this whole week and check-in I want to throw in is my pain level. It's been interesting. That Sunday morning when I woke up in I don't want to call it physical shock, but it was. It was a low grade state of shock. In fact, I told some people I went into Saturday in a low grade state of shock and just pushed myself through. And that's why Sunday I was in a physical breakdown state. But my pain level was distinctly less because I couldn't feel the sharpness of all the pains. My body was just so numb. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty much the same thing. I was calling the doctors and talking to different doctors and going, wow, this is just like really weird. I'm like sick. I got sinus stuff going on. I don't think it's the virus, but at the same time, my pain is less in certain places. Like overall, it's not as sharp. Um, Even though, especially the last couple of days, the stomach issues have gotten worse. But that's because, I received an epidural to my thoracic a couple of weeks ago, and it didn't go well. So, I see another doctor next week about that. We're going to be pushing forward on surgical options for the thoracic, just in case I'm unable come to a place I'm unable to eat, which is pretty close to where I'm at now. Just in case y'all wondering why I keep getting skinnier, I basically can't eat. Um, the first option was to remove a rib, and I ain't going for that. So I've told them we now know exactly where the pressure on the spinal cord is at T8, and I've told them that I want a surgical option for that. Nobody's ever wanted to do that for the last 20 years because it's the odds are really crappy. It could be fatal complications going around the lungs can collapse, all kinds of weird stuff that I don't have any choice about. Never had. And so, yeah, if you can't eat, then you can't live. So we're sort of down to that. And so, yeah, first step, go clear myself of the virus. Make sure that this is just, spinal, overworking type of stuff, a summer cold. Get back to the spine guys next week, start pushing that aspect, and whether I get to continue working, I have no really idea. I mean, this is all a test of my professionalism as a self-healing practitioner and educator. Can I take care of myself well enough? This week I totally failed. So, yeah, I'm having to do a total reset here. Take my time off like I did. Going out and getting tested today, going out and getting all the things that I need to stay, quarantined if I get quarantined. And even if I get quarantined, I'm just, like I said, I'm moving back into my workout regimen on myself. I'll work on the shoulder and neck stuff and my stomach stuff, my left side scoliosis, which is really clear. My entire left side now is actually going I've always said it's gone numb, but now it's going like really, really numb. I can grab it and not feel it at all, which is all very interesting, not being able to feel like where you're grabbing, but feeling it over, like go near your stomach or another part of you, but you can't feel it where you're actually grabbing. Interesting kind of stuff. And again, even the doctors don't understand why certain parts of my body have feeling and other parts don't. They can, and they run a little machine where they shoot juice through there, and it's like they can see that, hey, there's no juice running through there, it don't work, but still don't know why. It's like they can draw a line back, but it doesn't tell them exact. They can just say, well, yeah, there's something big pressing on there, and we can't really get to that something big to chop it off. And it's like, oh. So take care of your dang body, and if you get hurt, come see me, because there ain't much I ain't seen when it comes to broken pieces and parts. Serious.